Hello viewers, welcome back to Teamwork Couture, your favorite news space for all things fashion. My name is Timothy and I'm so excited to have you here once again. Yes, today I'll be taking you on how to take a perfect measurement.
Perfect measurement are that for top, Agbada shirt, kaftan. The length, the chest, the shoulder, half length, neck, sleeves, biceps.
With all that I have here, you should be able to arrive at a point where a perfect fitting outfit can be achieved. The length, the chest, the shoulder, half length, neck, sleeves and biceps. Now let me take you on a journey on how to take a perfect measurement using all of these terms. So you have to be focused. And yes, the length, like I said earlier, I'll be taking you on Agbada shirt and kaftan. So the first thing you have to take is your length measurement, the length measurement of your customer. The length measurement of your customer starts around the neck. The neck here is the highest point of your customer. So you don't take your measurement from here. You don't take the length from here. You don't take it from here. You take it from a very close point to your neck so as to achieve your perfect length measurement. And that's how you take. Make sure your customer's hand is by the side. So you take it this way. For the shirt measurement, the shirt measurement is taken at the first thumb, the knuckle of the first thumb. That is for the shirt measurement. So here, this is 31 inches. And for the normal kaftan, right from the same point, ask your customer where he wants the length of the top to get to. It could be here, but my perfect one is around here, a bit lower than the customer's sleeve or end. So I'll take it around here, 37. And in some cases, you can ask your customers where do you want the length to be, and they will tell you can take your desired length, because some want it longer while some may want it shorter. So we have 36 inches here. That is for the kaftan or for your native. And lastly, you can take your Agbada length. Make sure you tell your customer not to look down. It can affect the result of your measurement. So the customer's head must be faced probably opposite wherever, and make sure that it is upright, not downward. So 37 inches, that is for the kaftan. And lastly, for the Agbada, as your customer's length for the Agbada, and I love it 3 inches beyond the knee, so I'll make it 48 here. So I have 37 inches and 48 inches. This is for the shirt measurement, while this is for your kaftan and this is for the Agbada length. Now let's move further. We have the chest. This is very important when taking your customers out measurement, because the chest can actually determine the beauty of your outfit. So when you're taking the chest measurement, you tell your clients to raise up their arm a bit, and when they raise up their hand a bit, you take it round the chest line. Now you ask the customer to put it down. You can put your arm down. While taking your chest measurement, make sure you locate the two bones at the back. The two bones at the back, make sure it is not taken around there. When you take a measurement here, it will affect the shape, because the chest started from this side and not here. Many tailors take it here and they are unable to achieve a good result. So you make sure you tell your client to lift it up a bit and take it across the two bones. The two bones located here. There are two bones here located here. It must come across the two bones, and you bring your customers back, and right there, make sure it is firm with your two fingers inside. So tell your customer to push out. Yes, you can push out so as to know the elasticity of the chest here. So you have 37 inches here as a perfect measurement, and this is not what you are using. Your 37 inches to get a fitted outfit, it will be 37 inches plus 4 inches, making, I have 37 here, plus 4 inches, you make it 41 inches. The fitted size of the customer here is 41 inches. Now at times some customer might want it a little bit bigger, so depending on how wide they want the chest to be, you can add, but the perfect one is 4 inches. You can add 5 inches or 6 inches depending on how loose the customer wants the outfit. So that is the perfect one here is 41 inches. Now let's take the shoulder. Yes, when taking your shoulder measurement, there's something you have to understand, that behind here, you tell your customers to pull down, to bow down a bit. When they bow down a bit, you locate a bone. There's a bone in the middle here. So we are taking the bone. When you locate the bone, the moment you are done locating the bone, you place your tape rule around here, around on that bone. This bone here, I believe it is the bone that divide the shoulder into two. That can give you an even result. So you place your tape rule on the bone and take it right to the tip of the shoulder, not to drop, and should be exactly around the armhole here. It should not go up a bit, because it can affect the armhole cutting. So you make sure it falls around the armhole, the line here. When it drops, it affects the beauty of the outfit. So you take it around the armhole. What you have here is 9.5, and the 9.5 here I usually multiply into 2 to get my full shoulder length, which is 9.5 times 2 will give me 19 inches. Is that taken? There are some that will take their measurement, shoulder measurement, like I don't like it this way, because at times it can affect, it will not give me an even result while having here and the other one here. This might be longer and this might be shorter. So my own perfect way of taking my shoulder measurement is to locate the bone in the middle here and take it to right to the armhole area. And the perfect shoulder measurement of this customer here is 9.5 multiplied by 2. I have 19 inches as my shoulder measurement. Is it taking the whole of this? Yes. The next one is the half length. I take my half length for my customer, reason being that my half length gives me a, let me say, it directs me to know where to shape in the waist of my customer, so as to have a fitting outfit, especially when I'm making a kaftan. So there is a particular place where it will be shaping around the belly here. So if you want to get the half length of your customer, tell your customer to pull their hand by the side. It must be close to the side, and you take it from the tip. Don't forget where we take our length, a point close to the neck area. So you take it and around the elbow. This is the elbow line. So this elbow, where it folds, you take your tape down to where the elbow line is, and the half length here, what we have here is 18. And if you want to do your waist shaping, whatever you get here, you remove 1 inch from it. You remove 1 inch from it. What I measured here is 18 and a half, and I will remove 1 inch from 18 and a half, and what I have here is 17 and a half, where the waist will be shaping to achieve a perfect outfit for your customer. So I have 18 and a half as my result here, minus 1 inches, I have 17 and a half inches. Now another one is the neck. The neck is very important. I have a scenario whereby there are some tailors that will tell me when I take my measurement, some customers complain that the neck is tight, is too wide, and this and this and that. Yeah, there's a perfect way you can take your neck measurement. See, whenever you're taking your neck measurement, make sure you don't take it this way. Make sure you don't take it this way. No, this is very, this is an error. So it's something you must not do, because the neck is not going to lay on this. It's not going to lay around here. It will lay round the bottom part of the neck, round the bottom part. Make sure it moves round the bottom part. Check it out here at the back here. It's not like this. It will go round the neck. It will move round the neck, not on this here. You can see round the neck. So you take your neck measurement straight up and follow it up here. So you can just have few inches round here, so that it will not be too tight for ease allowance. And while taping, you can have a desired result. So you have 18 inches. It must come round. Here I have 18 inches for my client, so as to have a very easy allowance, not too loose and not too fit. 18 inches for my client. That is the perfect neck measurement. And second to last, we have our sleeves. Sleeves is very important. That is why I love taking my shoulder measurement from the middle line here. I love taking my shoulder measurement from the middle line here, simply because now this is a disadvantage of taking your shoulder measurement this way. If you take it this way, fine. I have already located here that this will come across the 19. You can see that your tape come across the bone line here, and not like this. You don't take your shoulder measurement like this. You don't take it this way. You take it round the bone area here down to this place. Now when you take your measurement this way and you already have your results, while taking your shoulder measurement, some will now take their tape rule and measure the sleeves. While measuring your sleeves, don't forget it may shift up or probably shift down a bit, and that can affect your accurate result of your sleeve, because when the customer makes a long sleeve, it can be shorter or be longer. So the perfect way I love my things to be done, that I've been doing this over years and has been giving me a desired result, is that I will locate the bone here. You tell the customer to bend a bit, locate the bone in between. When you locate the bone in between, you have 9.5. That is our shoulder that we are still working with, 19 inches. So it is from here you will take it and you get your short sleeves. When you are taking your sleeve measurement, make sure the tape rule lays on the skin of the customer. You take your tape rule. So what you have here, tell your customer, do you want it a little bit up or down? So I love my own short sleeve around here. So I have the first sleeve here. The short sleeve is 20.5, and from this point, don't move it away. Take it to the 3/4 area where the customer wants it to be. You have your short sleeve that is 20.5, and the next one here, I have it. I love my 3/4 around this side. So 20.5. The next one is 26.5. And while you are moving, you make sure you pin it down with your finger. And lastly, you have your last sleeve, that is the long sleeve, around the what's it called, the wrist here. So you have 35.5 here, not around it. If it comes here, it will come up a bit and it will be shorter above the knuckle that you have here. That is 35.5. So what I have here, I take my 3 sleeves for my customer. The first one I have 20.5, but the second one is what, 27.5, and lastly we have 35.5. These are the 3 sleeves: your sleeve, your 3/4, and lastly the longest sleeve. Lastly, bicep. Yeah, this aspect is very, very important when you're taking your bicep measurement. This is what I call bicep. Around here I call it bicep, I call here bicep, and I call this bicep. When you're taking your bicep measurement, this is very important, because there are some tailors that complain that, oh, my customer complain that this is too wide, this is too fit, it's too tight. To avoid all of these complaints from your customer, what you can do, the perfect way I take my bicep measurement is this. Tell your customer, take an arm. Yeah, this is an arm. When you're taking your bicep measurement, you take your tape rule this way, round the muscle area. This is the muscle area. Don't take your bicep around here. You take it up, because this is the widest part of the bicep. So you make sure you locate it here, and you now tell your customer, while taking your tape rule round, tell your customer to fold their to fold their hand this way and enforce their muscle. The muscle must be enforced so as to know the elasticity of the person's muscle. So it will not be too tight and it will not be too loose. So you tell your customer, enforce the muscle. When the muscle is enforced, make sure it now goes round the muscle area and a bit free. Now when it is enforced, I have 14 inches, and this 14 inches can still go around the bicep area freely. So the perfect one here is 14 inches. I haven't told your customer to enforce the muscle. This is very important. Before you do this, make sure the customer's muscle is enforced so as to have a desired result. So you have it enforced. I have 14 inches here around here, and tell your customer to pull down the end around this elbow line. You make it, we have 14 here, and here you take it a bit free. It must be free around this elbow line, so that when it is fold, you can see this 13 inches. So when it is fold a here, it will not be too tight for the customer. So I have 13.25 here. So when you're taking this side, make sure your customer's fold, and what I have here is 13 inches. I haven't been fold. This is the tightest way the customer can fold their hands and complain about the tightness. So when you have this here, your 13 inches goes around the elbow line so as to have a perfect result. So the first bicep is 14 inches, the second bicep is 13 inches, and lastly we have a sleeve. The last sleeve here, if it is a sleeve that has to do with conflicts, you take it round the knuckle area and make it free a bit. I have 8 inches here. And I add my 2 inches to the last bicep here for the button allowance. Now lastly, what I have here, the first bicep is 14 inches. The first bicep 14 inches, the second bicep is 13, while the last bicep I measured 8 plus 2 inches, which is for the button allowance or conflicts allowance, that is 10 inches. Now there are times that you take your bicep for your customer, that is the last area here, they might not want the button allowance. Tell your customer to fold their arms here, to fold their hand when it is folded, because this particular one is without button allowance. The free hand, let me give you an example for a free hand. For a free hand, this is what I mean, a free hand. You can see this is a free hand without button and even without conflict. It's a free hand, so now we are taking a free hand. You take the tape rule across the line. You can take, for distance now, since this is 10 inches, I can take my 10 inches and tell the customer should pull it out. Can you pull it out? The 10 inches can still be pulled out. So I use this 10 inches here is perfect measurement for this. So it is still the same thing as what we have with our complete measurement. So with these few points of mine and with my few discussion and explanation, I think I'll be able to take you through the process of taking a perfect measurement for top, be it Agbada, your shirt or your kaftan. We'll meet in our next class. Till then, God bless you. Thank God to the source of our knowledge. He that teacheth our hands to sew and our fingers to cut. God bless you all. Please don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe, and to turn on your notification bell so as not to miss out on our latest content. Don't forget, we stick success together, one design at a time. Once again, welcome to Team Bokuto. God bless you all.